Alex Eala and Félix Auger-Aliassime have triggered a massive ticket rush. The US Open Stadium has sold out in hours, and New York is absolutely buzzing. The 21-year-old from the Philippines and her Canadian partner haven't even stepped onto the court yet, but the $1 million mixed doubles event has already broken records. With 78,000 fans flooding the grounds and Arthur Ashe Stadium completely packed, the Eala Effect has officially taken over Flushing Meadows. Nobody expected it to end like this. A wild card entry. A partnership that has everyone talking. And a ticket demand so overwhelming that resale prices have skyrocketed to as much as $20,000 for a single session. The moment the US Open mixed doubles draw was announced, with Alex Eala and Félix Auger-Aliassime among the wildcard entries, something unprecedented happened. Ticket prices went absolutely nuclear. Resale listings for sessions suddenly skyrocketed to as much as $20,000. Not for the finals, not for a Grand Slam championship match, but for sessions featuring the 21-year-old Filipino sensation and her Canadian partner. The numbers were staggering. A $1 million mixed doubles prize pool, a star-studded field featuring Novak Djokovic and Aryna Sabalenka, Serena Williams, and Carlos Alcaraz. And yet the highest demand was for matches featuring the wildcard entry from the Philippines. The scenes at Flushing Meadows told the story. Arthur Ashe Stadium was packed to capacity. Louis Armstrong Stadium overflowed with fans, and the grounds were filled with 78,000 spectators eager to catch a glimpse of the Eala Effect in action. Félix Auger-Aliassime, the world number 4 who had reached the US Open semifinals twice, was already aware of what was coming. It is a great opportunity to kind of feel what it's like to have that Eala Effect and her fan base behind me, he said. It's kind of funny because she's younger than me, but I feel like she has the fan base and she's carrying the crowd. So it's going to be interesting. Eala's coach, Joan Bosch, revealed just how overwhelming the support had become. We could never think this would be like this, Bosch told Tennis 365. Everywhere we go, they are there. This morning on the plane, we found a few Filipinos. They went from Washington to see Alex in Toronto again. The ticket rush wasn't just about the mixed doubles. Eala had also been chosen to play in the Stars of the Open charity exhibition alongside Joel Paula, Aina Shibahara, and Lerna Tien. A portion of the ticket proceeds would support the USTA Foundation. The women's singles main draw was set to begin August 30th, and with her career-high number 18 ranking, Eala was expected to receive a seed in the draw for the first time in her career. I kind of go with the flow, she told journalists when asked about her approach to the US Open. When you're on court and you know what you have to do, nothing changes much. The US Open had just witnessed something it had never seen before. A wildcard entry in the mixed doubles had triggered a ticket rush that left the tennis establishment absolutely stunned, and the Eala Effect was about to take over New York. The numbers are staggering, and they tell a story of a phenomenon the US Open has never seen before. According to the USTA, the US Open mixed doubles event drove 78,000 fans to the grounds and sold out the nearly 24,000-seat Arthur Ashe Stadium on both nights. The revamped format, which brought together 16 star-studded mixed doubles teams, proved to be a massive success both for the players and the fans. 78,000 fans, 2 sold-out nights, millions in added revenue from concession and merchandise sales, and a Grand Slam event that was already rewriting the history books. The numbers get even more impressive. More than 2 million fans visited the Open's mobile app and website, and its YouTube channel set a single-day record with 12.8 million views. The demand was so overwhelming that fans posted screenshots showing more than 400,000 people waiting online for tickets to the men's singles final, even though Arthur Ashe Stadium can only hold 23,000 fans. The ticket rush is part of a broader trend. Canadian air bookings into New York for the US Open period were up 14% year-on-year. Domestic air arrivals into New York rose 15%. The Eala Effect was driving demand not just from the Filipino community, but from fans across North America who wanted to witness history. The 6-day US Open Fan Week attracted 239,370 fans last year, a 10% increase from 2024. This year, with Eala's presence driving unprecedented demand, those numbers were expected to be shattered. Alex Eala has yet to play her first US Open match, but she's already broken records, and the tennis world is watching. The moment the US Open announced its revamped mixed doubles format in 2025, the tennis world was skeptical. But by the time Alex Eala and Félix Auger-Aliassime stepped onto Arthur Ashe Stadium in 2026, the experiment had become one of the biggest success stories in tournament history. The format was designed for drama, and it delivered. Best of 3 sets at 4 games each, a match tiebreak at 40-40, a 10-point match tiebreak replacing the third set, with only the final played at 6 games each. The shorter format rewarded quick starts, aggressive play, and mental sharpness over long-haul endurance. It also created the perfect environment for a wildcard entry to make a splash, and that's exactly what Eala and Auger-Aliassime did. The star-studded field featured Novak Djokovic and Aryna Sabalenka, Serena Williams and Carlos Alcaraz, and defending champions Sara Errani and Andrea Vavasori. But the highest demand was for sessions featuring the Filipino-Canadian wildcard entry. The mixed doubles event was a gamble that paid off. The revamped format combined with the Eala Effect created a perfect storm of demand. The $1 million prize pool attracted the biggest names in tennis, and the Filipino-Canadian tandem brought the crowds. The moment Félix Auger-Aliassime learned he would be partnering with Alex Eala at the US Open mixed doubles, he knew exactly what he was getting into, and his reaction revealed everything about the Eala Effect. It is a great opportunity because obviously I did not play last year, but this time around, to kind of feel what it's like to have the Eala Effect and fans behind me, the world number 4 told the Tennis Channel. It's going to be funny because she's younger than me, but she has a fan base, she's carrying the crowd. So it's going to be interesting. The 26-year-old Canadian star, a 2-time US Open semi-finalist and Olympic bronze medalist, had witnessed the Eala Effect from afar during the National Bank Open in his home country. He had seen the Filipino flags, heard the deafening chants, watched the stadiums fill to capacity. Now he was about to experience it firsthand, and the ticket rush proved he was right. But Auger-Aliassime also understood the partnership went beyond the crowd. Both players share a connection through the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, where Eala spent much of her formative development and Auger-Aliassime trained under Tony Nadal. That shared experience created an instant chemistry that translated onto the court. The people in our teams kind of talked and made that happen. Auger-Aliassime explained of how the partnership came together. The Canadian star's prediction was about to come true. Eala was carrying the crowd. The Arthur Ashe atmosphere, with the Eala Effect in full force, transformed their mixed doubles debut into a celebration of Filipino pride. Greg Rusedski, the former world number 4 and US Open finalist, was equally convinced Eala could make a deep run at the US Open. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the quarters and onwards, depending on how the draw works out, Rusedski said on the Tennis Channel podcast. He noted that Eala's position among the top 20 seeds at the US Open could open up an easier path to the later rounds. Eala had already defeated Svitolina 6-3, 6-4 in the Washington quarterfinals just weeks earlier. That psychological edge, combined with the Eala Effect and a partnership that clicked instantly, made the Eala-Auger-Aliassime tandem one of the most dangerous teams in the draw. And so we arrive at the moment the tennis world has been building toward all season. Alex Eala and Félix Auger-Aliassime haven't even stepped onto the court yet, but they have already triggered a massive ticket rush that has left the US Open establishment absolutely stunned. The numbers tell a story that sports executives could never have predicted. 78,000 fans to the grounds, sold-out crowds at the nearly 24,000-seat Arthur Ashe Stadium on both nights, millions in added revenue from concessions and merchandise, more than 2 million visitors to the Open's app and website, and a YouTube single-day record of 12.8 million views. The mixed doubles event runs from August 24th to 26th at Arthur Ashe Stadium and Louis Armstrong Stadium. Eala and Auger-Aliassime received a wildcard into the 16-team main draw. Standing in their way were married couple Alina Svitolina and Gael Monfils, who were making their official doubles debut. The winner would advance to face either top-seeded Aryna Sabalenka and Novak Djokovic, or Leylah Fernandez and Francisco Cerundolo in the quarterfinals. But the demand isn't just about the mixed doubles. Eala is set to compete in 3 events at the US Open. The mixed doubles starting August 25th, the stars of the Open exhibition against Ana Shibahara on August 27th, and the women's singles main draw beginning August 30th. It will be the first partnership between Eala and Auger-Aliassime, and they were scheduled to open against Svitolina and Monfils on Tuesday, Manila time. The ticket rush is part of a broader trend. Canadian air bookings into New York for the US Open period were up 14% year-on-year. The six-day US Open Fan Week attracted 239,370 fans last year, a 10% increase from 2024. With Eala's presence driving unprecedented demand, those numbers were expected to be shattered. The USDA's gamble on the revamped mixed doubles format has paid off in ways they never imagined. The changes included moving the event up to US Open Fan Week, shortening sets to 4 games until the final, eliminating ad scoring, and increasing the championship prize money to $1 million. Although not everyone agreed with the revamped format, it was an undeniable hit. Eala's coach, Joan Bosch, revealed just how overwhelming the support had become. "We could never think this would be like this," Bosch told Tennis 365. "Everywhere we go, they are there. This morning on the plane, we found a few Filipinos. They went from Washington to see Alex in Toronto again." The Eala Effect has arrived in New York, and the US Open is about to witness something it has never seen before. Alex Eala has yet to play her first US Open match, but she's already broken records, and the tennis world is watching. So the question remains, what will she achieve next?